Nothing but damage all day. Our first upgrade, we're going to increase our chance of crits by 10%, and we're already doing more damage than before thanks to some permanent upgrades. Don't really need them for this bunch, but it's fun to kill them. I was hoping for a legendary, but gain more attack speed. We might just go for the highest value power up at any given time, because I feel like that's the most bang for our buck. But we'll just see what the game ultimately gives us, you never know. I wouldn't mind firing more projectiles, or taking a legendary upgrade. Critical chance up another 5%. So we're already at 20%, so 1 in 5 is a crit. There we go. Wow, 2 legendaries. Again, much more attack speed. So we're going from 2 per second to 3 per second. So that's a 50% increase in attack speed. That's a big one. Gain a lot more attack speed. I'll take it. So we're up to 3.6 per second. So we're almost double what we were 5 seconds ago. So we have double the output. We just need to make them count. Ow. But we also need more damage. And also attack chance and critical damage. But so far, this is actually a pretty decent little build. I do like the instant attack speed. Gain more damage, it went from 40 to 55. So that's actually a really big increase in itself, especially for hitting crits. Things are going to die that much quicker. Like you. Come on, legendary. Well, we're going to emit an aura that slows enemies near me by 50%. That's just going to help me maneuver around idiots, which I need help with sometimes. Increase crit chance by 10%. So we're up to 30% crit, so 1 in 3. 100% more crit damage, so our crits are now doing 300%. I think attack speed is very important, especially later on, because you get such big waves of idiots, you really need to get lots out there to thin them out. Okay, I'm going to go for another 5% chance of crits. That puts us up to 35, so over 1 in 3 is now a crit. And with our attack speed, that's going to stack up pretty well. I'm going to take another 100% on crits, because we're doing plenty of them already, so that's going to help thin out bosses especially. Dashing through enemies deals damage to them, reduces the cooldown of dashes by 30%. That's a good one. That way I can swoop in and grab money and hurt idiots while I'm at it. Okay, I'm going to gain more attack speed, so from 3.6 to 4. So that's a little, actually over a 10% increase again. So it's a pretty good balance so far. We're doing pretty good damage and lots of attack speed. Your projectiles bounce one more time. That's a huge one this early on. Especially with this attack speed, so we're just shooting out massive amounts of damage already. Gain a lot more damage, so we're going from 55 to 75. So we're doing like 2.5 times the damage we were literally 10 seconds ago. Also, this boss, we're going to kill him like instantly with those crits. Okay, here's a few really good ones. You also shoot behind you. I really like that one, but also 25% area damage each time your projectiles inflict a critical strike. We have to go for that one. As much as I like the rear arrow, we're going to get a lot of explosions because our crit chance is already pretty high. And who doesn't like explosions? We're going to increase our crit chance by 5%. So it's now up to 40%, so 1 in every 2.5 is a crit. Basically almost every shot fired, considering each one works out to 2 arrows fired because they bounce. Another level up already, gain a lot more attack speed, so it's going to go from 4 per second to 4.6 per second. So that's like a 15% increase, on top of what was already a very fast attack speed. Okay, let's gain some more damage from 75 up to 90. So 90 and we're firing a lot of arrows, a lot of explosions, a lot of crits, a lot of damage. I'm once again going to try and get the idiots to bunch up a little bit. That way I have to do less walking to gather their goodies. There's also a cactus man wearing shorts. Increased chance of crits by 5%. We're up to 45%. I really would like a multi-shot or a rear arrow though too, because that would just double or triple our damage instantly. Here comes a new tomato boss guy. Yeah, whatever, you just roll past us. We're going to dodge you and then kill you. Dash through him to kill him. Here's a good one too. Standing still gradually increases your attack speed until you move again. So if I manage to hold still for any length of time, my attack speed just increases and increases and increases until it's double where it started. Also, crits now deal 100% more damage. So they're apparently at 500% damage. So it'll do 5 times damage every time there's a crit landed, which is going to be often. But I can mostly just hold still for now. I have to dodge a fireball here and there, but there's going to be a ring of money around me. Oh, look at all these. Your shots pierce through one more enemy is really good. More attack speed. I want all of these. Shooting piercing through one more enemy though is going to be helpful because they bounce and pierce. So that's like firing an extra projectile, I guess. Your crits do 100% more damage, 600% crits. And that translates to lots of explosion damage. Maybe we should attract collectibles from further away. The other one's pretty good too, but I always forget to use it. And if I can collect things from further away, that just keeps me a little bit safer and upgrading quicker. I do probably need to make my explosions at least 1 step bigger at some point, but we'll get to that. Increase crit damage by another 100%, so it's 700% crits. And lots of attack speed. I still need higher crit chance for sure, and just more base damage as well, but those are all going to stack on each other really good now. Just ask these guys. Yet another level up. Nothing super great here. We'll probably just take a little bit more damage, really. Crit chance by 5% is probably actually better now. 50% crits. Though we're going to need that base damage up so we get that crit multiplier big too. I think that's a mistake I made before, relying too much on just crits. We need the base damage to multiply. Already we're getting pretty big mobs of idiots. And it's getting a little bit hard to hold still, but once we do get a chance for a sec, we're very dangerous. Your projectile slowed on any enemy by 70%, so that's going to be okay. That's just going to help keep them bunched up in a nice big old mob. Okay, because I have a 10% chance for crits now, I'm going to take that one. Then I'm going to focus on damage unless it's really good, because I need damage again. Crits are fun and all, but I need the base damage so the crits can actually be worth something. But I think it's going to be a pretty good day overall. So here's a blue gain more damage. So that added 15 base damage, or 15 times 7 for every crit. So that's over 100 damage. And that's obviously going to make a really big difference. I can already feel the difference because, look, there's no enemies left. They all die that much quicker now. I think we're one-shotting them instead of two-shotting them with crits now. But I'm going to let them build up just a little bit. Look at all the purples. Gain a lot more attack speed, so we're going from 4.9 per second to 5.5. That's actually a really big increase again. I could have increased the area of effect too, but I think explosions are big enough for now. That's kind of an afterthought unless it's like a gold quality upgrade. And we're going to let the idiots pile up again while I collect some of their goodies they've dropped me. And once, we get them all nice and piled up, kind of like that, we fire away. Explosions will take care of all of them. All gone, which means a new level up for us. Crits gain 100% more damage. I guess I'll go for that. Now it's 8 times crits, which is going to be adequate for now. We still need more base damage. Attack speed is also really good though too. Like we're putting out a lot of damage. Our bounty is only 21,000, so I'm disappointed in that. It's time for the sheriff. So I think we can actually, let's hold still right now. And I'm just going to hold still. He's missing me with everything. Okay, he's dead. So that was just as easy as I made it look. I just stood there and he missed with everything. We don't want 100% crit chance because we'll deal 3 times less damage. We already have 60% crit chance, so deal area damage each time you dash. Plus we also gained 1 dash from that, which helps me survive a lot. And now we're fighting rocks like any good superhero. And the red coins are starting to spawn, so that's pretty good for our experience. And once I hold still for a sec, we get that super attack speed going, so we're up to 11 per second now with massive crit. So I'm just going to do this until things kind of, I don't know. I got an achievement for something, probably because I haven't had to move in a while. Kinda have to now though, so we'll collect the goodies. Okay, we're gonna increase our crit chance by another 5%. That's at 65%. That guy's dead. Here we go. You also shoot behind you. So we just doubled our damage. Our shots bounce and explode anyway, so a shot behind me is not gonna hurt anything at all. And that's gonna help do so much more damage. So let's go back to sitting stationary. My arrows out the rear are just gonna do what they do. Okay, I had to dodge a fireball anyway, so let's collect some stuff. I'm just going to take some more base damage at this point, so we're going from 105 to 120. I didn't even notice the mole with dynamite. Well, you're about to die, mole. I think I'm going to go with this. Permanently raises your attack speed by 30%, but half of your shots are less precise. So now we're doing 7.2 per second. We're a little less precise, but our arrows bounce and pierce anyway, so that's perfectly fine. We're shooting a lot of arrows. Ow. Gained a lot more damage. We're going from 120 to 140. There's 20 damage. Or 20 times 8, so that's 160 for every crit we do. The crits are already doing over 1,000. And there's another boss thing spawned in. Yeah, we're killing them quick, but we could do better. I kind of like this. The lower your health, the faster you attack. So as we start getting into emergency situations, we're just going to attack even faster. Crits are now going to do 100% more damage, so they're up to 900%. Otherwise known as 1260, so that's plenty, plus the explosions. Another level up. I'm going to give myself an extra 2 dashes just for survivability. And we do damage as we dash anyway, so that's not going to hurt anything at all. Well, except the enemies. It's going to hurt them a lot. I just like watching a giant wave of idiots disappear in a heartbeat. Go. And they're dead. Definitely starting to get more and more enemies now. We're level 32, $40,000 bounty, but we're still going strong. Our damage is carrying us through this, no problem. I wouldn't mind firing more arrows, and the sheriff is incoming. Crazy Denzel. I hope Crazy Denzel likes crazy damage. Well, we're not killing him instantly, but he's not putting up that much of a fight because all we have to do is go back and forth 6 inches. Crazy Denzel is crazy dead. I think at this point I'm going to re-roll, just get some re-rolls. Everything else is probably detrimental to my survival. And level ups are getting a little slower now, so I need to be a little pickier about what we're accepting here. But I mean, when it offers me 150% more crit damage, I'm going to take that. So up to 1050% crits, or about 1500 damage when they land, which is often because 2/3 of my shots are critical hits. And I fired 2 arrows, they each pierce once and then bounce. So I think I'm firing 6 projectiles per shot. Now if I fire at, like I'm doing now, 12 per second, that's 12 times 6, so 72 arrows per second. At least according to my very rudimentary mental math while I'm trying to focus on not dying. I just like the explosions, that's what I know. I don't care about anything else. Here comes another hook hands. This would be a good test of our damage to see where we're at. Yeah, our damage is fine, but we could do better. We need to do better. We're going to deal area damage before we dash, and we're also going to do damage like before we dash, as we dash, and after we dash. And I think I need movement speed because I'm starting to get touched by a lot more idiots. And I'm not much of a touchy mood. Gain a lot more damage, 140 to 160. Bigger crits. Bigger damage. So that alone added about 200 damage to all of our crits, which is a lot of our shots. So that's going to help. And we're still gathering pretty adequate experience because we're still killing a lot and they're dropping a lot of the red coins for us. And that's just very satisfying to pick them up continuously. Oh, I didn't even notice the boss was out there. Hopefully he has like a triple arrow for us. Nothing super great here. Drops dynamite before each dash. Explodes after 3 seconds. Gain 1 dash. So we now have, I don't know how many dashes. I can't see where it says that, but I also need to avoid dying for a quick second. But onwards we go. So many good upgrades, but your projectiles bounce 1 more time. That's actually a lot of extra damage. So they should pierce once and then bounce. I hope I'm understanding that correctly. It seems to be doing a lot more because suddenly we're having a lot more room to breathe again. A lot more enemies coming in. $56,000 bounty. That's what we're looking for. Triples your shot permanently, but reduces your attack speed by 30%. So we're down to 5 per second, but 3 arrows out the front, 1 out the back, and you can see the difference. And we'll get that attack speed back anyway. But right now I'm not worried because our damage is just stupid suddenly. Firing 4 arrows per shot did bounce, I think 4 times now, so 16 arrows per shot. That translates into big damage. And yeah, hopefully we can build some attack speed here and then nothing's going to get close to us because we're just spamming arrows in all directions. Little pray and spray. Yeah, if we hold still we get up to 10 per second, so we're just going to do this for as long as we can get away with it, then we'll go pick up all our levels up. Okay, this one is interesting. Shoots 4 times faster but deals 3 times less damage. I think we're going to try that. That's a really big risk. So we're going to go down to about 50 damage, but we're going to shoot 3 times faster. 4 times faster. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, everyone go. Okay, this is overpowered. Yeah, okay. So we're 40 per second now. And we're firing 4 arrows per shot to fire 4 times. So 16 times 40. Yeah, suddenly nothing can get anywhere close to us. Look at all the experience sitting there. We're just going to sit here until we have to move. There's a hook hands coming in. He's actually really tough at this point. Got him. For each current health, get bigger, deal 10% damage, but move 5% slower. Do I want that? Yeah, I do. So we're up to 69 damage now. So we're doing a lot more damage again, and we're just still firing our arrows at a ridiculous rate. The bounty's going up. It's going up almost 1,000 per second right now. So we're going to hit some new heights there, I'm pretty sure. The game's probably also not going to love when I start to move again, because there's going to be a lot of coins to get sucked up right away and a lot of things to calculate. But things still aren't making it close enough for me to hoover them up automatically, so that's a good sign. Oh, things might get a little tougher now for a sec. I'm going to have to move. We're going to get some experience. I'm actually going to add 1 maximum health because that's going to add damage in a strange way. Then I'm going to kind of dash to these idiots for a sec. We can probably clear a little bit of room here. Yeah, the explosions just, they work. I'm actually going to take a lot more damage. I don't think I need any more piercing because I don't think it's going to make a difference. A lot more damage. We're up to 84 per base shot again. And we'll probably pick up a little bit more experience here. I'm actually going to raise my maximum health by 2 just to give myself a little breathing room. And that does add damage. We're back up to 96 damage already. And our attack speed is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to do 100% more crit damage as well. What are the crits hitting for these days? 1100, but there's so many crits going out that it's kind of a joke. There's still so many coins lying around. That one's even like hiding a chest in it all. Can we double jump? I'm going to take this. Permanently augments your damage by 20%, but projectiles are slower. That's probably fine because that adds about 20 base damage and like 200 on crits. So yeah, the projectiles are slower, but that doesn't really hurt me that much. I guess 2 shields rotate around you and block projectiles. That's going to save me a little bit of damage here and there. And then we just go back to rapid firing into idiots and they all die. I haven't had to move in a while. But when we have 40 arrows per second, I kind of get it. We do have a boss coming in. I did have to move there and there, but we're going to pick up a little bit more experience. The gold attack speed is tempting, but given that we're doing 20 per second, we're just going to go for base damage instead, which actually adds a lot of damage, and the game is lagging. Let's do slows all projectiles around you. That way we have a bit better of a chance to dodge. I'm just going to try and work my way through, pick up experience with taking minimal damage if I can. Not really sure what's happening anymore, but That's okay, give me all the experience and we'll figure it out later. Let's add another 100% more to crit damage. We're doing so many crits, it'd kind of be stupid not to increase that a little bit because you can just see the wave of damage going out. Because that also increases the explosion damage the crits generate. And the game looks like it's going in slow motion because it is going in slow motion, so that's kind of fun. Feels like I'm in the Matrix now. There's so much to do and so much to see. I guess when you stay still, periodically fire projectiles around you. That's not going to hurt. I stay still quite a lot these days. Give me some upgrades. I need some more upgrades. I think I'm going to re-roll these because they're all pretty boring. Let's do an extra 10% chance of crit damage. Now it's 75% of hits or crits, which is going to mean that many more explosions and just big damage shots. 160,000 bounty currently. The enemies are starting to close in a little bit. I don't think they can actually hit me yet, but they're getting closer. Well, the occasional one can hit me, but I mean, I'm just going to keep upgrading stuff. And I can dash 6 times, so... And there's a lot of experience on the ground I didn't realize I left behind. And then when I need a bit of space, all I gotta do is this. Especially when there's basic idiots involved, because you just see the wave of damage go through it all. Maybe I should have got one more piercing. I didn't think it would be necessary by this point, but maybe it is. Oh, another hook hand guy. Come on, stupid, follow me this way for a sec. Yep, that's it. Everyone get hit by everything. I guess I'll just take a little bit more damage. It's only gonna add 6 in total to my base damage, but that's going to be multiplied by 1250% every time a crit lands, which is often. Basically, going to try and let my dashes build up a little bit. I basically can't really maneuver around these guys anymore, so I'm going to kite them in a big circle. I picked a bad spot to stop, but whatever. We'll make this work. I need my 3 arrows going into Big Boy down there to kill him. Uh-oh. I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay, we're going to abort that area. We're going to stop down here for a sec, where I can hopefully pick up a few more hearts. And we killed something. I think I'm going to do this. Permanently augments your damage by 30%, reduces your attack speed by 20. Because we lose a little bit of attack speed, which is already ridiculous. Okay, maybe that was a bad choice. We're definitely taking on water at this point. Go, arrows, go. Fire, don't stop for anyone. I should have got this skill that heals you when you dash. I didn't realize it was there till I already picked. So we're going to do that. Heal for 1 before you dash, gain 1 dash. So when you get into this position, we just scoot like that, and then we're healed. The damage is all the way back up to 174, so there's tons going out. It's just, we're being swarmed by enemies at a pretty good margin. And I'm out of dashes. Didn't realize that. Gonna live off the charity of all these hearts for a second, and go. $186,000 bounty. They're clearly pretty mad at me. They want me to die. Understandable. I've killed like 40 billion of them so far, and I have no plan on stopping until they kill me. Which, probably pretty soon at this rate, because my damage isn't enough to overcome them anymore. We can kind of hold them off for a sec, but they get the better of me. But we got a $190,000 bounty and killed a lot of idiots.